that one of the best ways to keep ourselves positive is with positive talk, right? So do share with me, everyone in the meeting chat room, what is the positive self-talk that you will say to yourself daily? Okay, let's go. Right. While everyone is typing out, let me just share to you about what I've been doing for myself. Well, I've been looking at myself in the mirror every morning, and this includes this morning too, that I'm getting better and better at prospecting and sharing new skin products daily, and that I'm thankful for good health of body and of mind. This is what I say to myself every morning. Like, okay, and I see people saying I'm the best, right? And oh, let's we'll give you everybody a bit of time. Do type out what you actually say to yourself every day to keep yourself positive. Right? All right. Well, a lot of them actually says I'm the best. Very good, eh? Very good. It's short and sweet, actually. Right. I'll come back to that. And well, very thankful that we have this closing masterclass every week. This on Thursday morning, same time, same place, and I've selected top achievers to guide us on how we can achieve the same as them. And these top achievers are consistent top achievers month to month. Hey, all right, I see. Caroline says she plays the song "I Feel Good," and I can do it by Sun Yi. And there's one good one here. Good morning, everyone. Expressing gratitude to all things every morning. Very good. And I tell myself I'm the best, I'm stronger than I think I am. That is very, very good by Michelle as well. Thank you so much for your sharing. Right, so let's go on, and I'm happy to introduce today's keynote speaker to you. I know her and her story well, actually. And her last career was a management consultant, and she was the key lead of Malaysia's ladies golf development program. And she also earned her Datoship herself, right? So, and as we interact, I wonder what drives a woman like her with such a prestigious career to have such a strong desire to succeed in Nu Skin and to capture this global opportunity. Well, her answer to me is that her mission drives her, driven by her passion and mission to transform more lives and to build up her community to have a better quality of life for them. You know, our keynote speaker ever drove 12 hours just for a product sharing session, right? And her continued success also showcased to us that age is just a number, as you'll see why. So desire to succeed is everything. So brothers and sisters, let us welcome Senior Brand Director, Dato Raby.
Hello, everyone. A very, very good morning to all my lovely brothers and sisters. Okay, how are you all today? Okay, assalamualaikum to our Muslim friends. Okay. Thank you so much, Walter. I will always call him my charming brother, Walter. Thank you so much, Walter. Okay, for the great introduction and all the energy. I can feel it online. Okay, so if I'm really feeling hot already. Okay, so if I'm feeling hot, like on fire, okay, to do this sharing today, please cool me down. Okay, so you can type in the group chat, Rabi, cool me, cool down, cool down, cool down. Okay, so my full name is my slide. Okay, this is my full name, Rabiatul Aluya Abbas. Please just call me Rabi. My full name is too long. Okay, okay, and I'm dialing in from Petaling Jaya, Malaysia. Okay, and as Walter mentioned, I am 63 years old, still 63. Okay, I'm going to be 64 in 2 weeks' time. Oh my God. But anyway, feel so young. Okay, thank God. Okay, Alhamdulillah, and thanks to the H-Lock products. Okay, first and foremost, okay, we let's cultivate this attitude of gratitude. A grateful heart is a magnet for miracles. Truly, last time I didn't believe. I didn't know what gratitude. Okay, I say thank you to people who help me and so on. But gratitude is more than that. Okay, so I feel that with the with the attitude of gratitude, it will lead us to many positive experiences and a greater sense of well-being. It implies that by focusing on the good in life, okay, the good in life, even in difficult situation, we can attract more positive outcomes and opportunities. And the past 3 4 years that I've been doing new skin, initially I didn't understand what this was, okay, but slowly I'm beginning to understand and to see the positive outcomes when so feel gratitude. So I am truly grateful and thankful to the ST system to give me this opportunity to share my little journey in this new scheme. Amazing, and to me, it's a fun business. Okay. Above all, many of us have logged in 1 hour earlier. Okay, we all woke up so early this morning to get ready. A very big thank you to all the crew that we have, the IT team, the globalization team, Walter as the MC, and all our leaders, including our amazing, up to our amazing COEs who have guided us all along. Okay. I'm truly blessed to have everyone. I mean, they are all so helpful. Okay. Even my slides, they corrected to beautify it and so on. Thank you. If not, no way that I will be able to do it myself. Okay. So why are we here? Okay. We are all here because we want to grow. Correct? Okay, so to start off, okay, to some of you who do not know me yet, just a bit of background about myself. Okay, I did my tertiary education in the US. Okay, this is not to show off, okay, but truly, I'm one of those. I didn't like studying ever since I was young. Okay, I didn't like studying because I love to be outdoors. I love to play games outside. I love to play badminton with the boys, my neighbors, and then and I even played football, okay, with the boys, and that was in the 60s and 70s. At that time, there's no such thing as female football, but I was out there with the boys playing football, even in the rain, in heavy rain, and so on. Okay, so I'm really the odd one out. Okay, so my parents didn't know what to do with me, lah. But anyway, okay. So as mentioned, I never enjoyed studying. Okay, but when there is a carrot in front of me. Okay, when my father dangled a carrot in front of me, I would strive to get it. For example, I still remember, although I'm 63 years old, I still remember the day when I was in standard three, which was 9 years old. I really wanted to have a new bicycle. Okay. And then my father said, okay, I'll give you a new bicycle provided that you are top three in class for the final exam. Because previously I was always the last, maybe the last three, last five in class. Terrible. But I was in the top class lah. So I was the worst in a very good class, basically. Okay. But okay, when I wanted that bicycle so badly, I really did my best. And guess what? Guess what? Okay. I managed to ngam ngam. I managed to get number three for my final exam, and I got my bicycle. Okay. So I'm not stupid lah. I just prefer to focus on other things. Okay. From there on, I strive to get what I wanted, and I'm grateful that I was sent to US to continue my tertiary education, which I did in the 80s, early 80s. And I did my bachelor's degree and master's degree in 4 years, in a record of 4 years. Not bad, yeah. Okay, fast forward, okay, came back from US. I had to teach. Okay, why I say I had to teach? I mean, teaching was not my cup of tea lah. I mean, I want more exciting jobs, basically. But I was on contract, so I had to teach for 5 years. The moment I completed my 5 years contract, I then look for more exciting job and more high pay job lah. Okay, so I managed to get into Deloitte management consulting firm, the top six consulting firm, and I was a consultant and mostly trainers. I train corporate clients in various field, but my specialty was a psychometric evaluation system. Okay, a system where I taught people how to analyze a person's personality and so on. And then after that, I joined another consulting firm where I was employee, and then I became a partner, and then basically run the business. And basically, it was really good because I enjoyed it. I enjoyed meeting a lot of people, and I traveled a lot. And but it was like it was my own business, and when you sell your service, you have to give the best. And we do not employ young graduates to deliver the training. I had to conduct my own training. And I remember there was one time for 58 days stretch, I was doing training. Okay. After that, I think I slept for 1 week. Okay. Then when I was doing all this consulting, okay, in fact, when I was with Deloitte, my boss at that time said that, very important for young consultants like you. At that time, I was young lah. Okay, to meet the decision makers of companies. Okay, decision makers of companies, because they are the one who make the decision. And how to get to them is play golf lah. So I played golf, and being a sports person myself, and I picked up the game very fast actually. Okay, and I got to single handicap. My lowest handicap was 7. For those of you who are golfers, you would know what that means. Okay, 7, pretty good lah for a woman. Okay, and then I enjoyed golf so much. And then until, okay, I then got involved in the Ladies Golf Association. And when I was there, as a management consultant, and then I was a volunteer in the association, I saw there were many things that could be improved. So I wrote a blueprint, proposal to the government, to the sports ministry, on how I felt the golf development in the country should be. Okay. So after influencing many people, okay, and I got a dream career. I was appointed as the executive director of the Malaysian Ladies Golf Association, specifically in charge to develop our young golfers. Okay, so it was really an enjoyable time for me, because I love to be on outdoors most of the time. Well, of course, I had my office work and meetings and so on also, but to see the kids grow up and to groom them, from nothing to something. Okay, and I was the team captain for our ladies team in SEA Games and in many international meets. And I was also appointed as a board member of the Asia Pacific Golf Confederation. Okay, which is a post. After me, there was no other woman from Malaysia who has been appointed in that position. So being a board member, I got to travel the world. Okay, I was everywhere. I went to Scotland, to St Andrews a couple of times, and then I was in Europe, I was in Japan, and so on. I really enjoyed the job. Okay, and I started this training program even in rural areas. Okay, in the middle of the Borneo jungle. Okay, and you can see the picture on the right. I was showing that time our prime minister at that time. Okay, he was pleasantly surprised because he's a golfer himself, and he personally supported and gave us a grant for us to do this development program. So he was very impressed when he visited Barrio. Barrio is like in the middle of Borneo, in the jungles, where I started a golf program just using the school fields and so on. Anyway, enough for me about my golf career. I mean, I was so passionate, so cannot stop lah talking about golf. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, anyway, so with all this passion, okay, why am I here today? Okay. Okay. Firstly, with all the hard work, I was also bestowed the title Dato. I mean, this is not to show off lah, that you all have to call me Dato. No, by all means, please just call me Raby or call me Darling Raby. Okay, that'd be better. Okay. But basically, I was recognized for all my effort. Okay, and I was really honored lah that the Sultan of Pahang, and he was also our previous king of Malaysia. Okay, I was given this title, which I really, really appreciated. Yeah. Okay, then why am I here this morning? Okay, why new skin? Why am I doing new skin? Look at my transformation. Okay, firstly, okay, from fat to fit. Okay, I was I was really fat. I was round everywhere, especially at the tummy area. I was, some people call me, in Malay, they call me like the term used was gendut, like Humpty Dumpty, so round. Okay. And to me, I don't care what people call me, because I enjoyed my life. I'm happy and so on. But okay, when my angel, Datin Suliana, approached me, initially I didn't want to take the program. I never believed in the program because I took so many things before. But she persisted, okay. And then when I took the program and look at my transformation, amazing, right? I think it's amazing. Okay, okay. I think it's amazing. I never believed that I could do this and to slim down so well. Okay, I lost 10.2 kg in 90 days. Okay. And I lost 7.5 kg in body fat and visceral fat by 4.5 layers and so on. And the most important part is that my doctor has stopped my diabetic medication. Awesome, right? Really awesome. I'm so thankful and thank you again to my angel. And then, of course, when I slimmed down, in fact, even before I completed my 90 days, I then introduced the program to my daughter Zalika. Initially, when I started, I wanted her to start together. And she said, no need lah, mama, I can exercise and can do this, do that, and so on. But when she saw me just 1 week into the program, she saw how I slimmed down. She also started. And she had some hormonal issues. She had PCOS and so on. And it all cleared up. She lost weight. She's able to put on all her clothes even before the clothes that she was wearing, even before she got married. Okay. Now, after slimming down and so on. So what? Okay. Why, should I do the business? Okay. But this question was posted to me. If you continue doing what you are doing, would you achieve financial freedom and able to spend more time with your family? Okay, these pictures are pictures of my family. Okay, I'm a single mom. I've got three boys and one girl. I've got four kids grown up. Two of them are married. And I've got three lovely grandchildren. Adorable, right? Especially the little one, the picture at the bottom there, little one, Ali. He's only 1 year old. So adorable. And his favorite toys are, empty bottles of our age lock our age lock supplements, the empty bottles. That is his favorite toy. Okay. So I've got this lovely family. Definitely, if I continue doing the golf, I would not have enough time for my family. I was traveling a lot. I enjoyed the traveling, but I was traveling more for work and I never bring them. I never bring my family. Okay. And then financial freedom. Ala, when I was working in golf, it wasn't, in fact, when I moved from consulting to golf, it wasn't because of money. It was more of my crazy passion for golf that I wanted to do something, okay, for our Malaysian Golfers Association and so on. Okay. So anyway, the picture on the right, the picture of us, me and my kids, my four kids in Sydney. Okay, that was long, long, long time ago. Why do I have this picture? Okay, it's because it's okay. We were in Sydney for a holiday. Okay, we had a good time with our cousin and his kids. Okay, and then we climb up the Sydney Bridge. Oh, for those of you who have not, you all must go and climb. It's different perspective, when you see Sydney from the top of the bridge. Okay, it was an enjoyable trip, enjoyable climb. But okay, the sad part was my youngest son at that time, he couldn't join us on the bridge because his height, he did not achieve the minimum height to go on the bridge. And he was crying and crying and so on. And then I said, okay, never mind. We'll come back soon. Don't worry. When you're taller, we'll come back. Do you think we've come back? No, okay. That was how many years ago? Okay, why? Because, I don't have time, And when I was doing golf, I was traveling here and there. I went to Sydney again a couple of times and so on, but it was alone and it was more with my junior golfers, okay, not with my family. Okay. And then in terms of financial freedom, okay, I've worked the last 35 years and so on. Do I have a big fat bank account, okay, that I can give or pass it on to my grandkids? Because things today are becoming more and more expensive, and then when they are, when they're big enough to go to college, it's going to be really, really expensive to send them for college overseas or whatever. Yeah. So I will not, if I continue doing what I was doing, I will not have the financial freedom, and I will not be able to spend more time with my family. So at this age, I'm 60 plus already. What else is there for me to do? I really value what we're doing today. Okay. And not just in terms of the financial part, but I really, really would like to thank all our mentors. Okay. The ST environment really helped me to grow. I love it. I feel so loved in this ST environment. Okay. Thank you to our COE, Phyllis, Ellen, and Bao, and also our other uplines, Bao Ling, who when I started, she was still there, and she came and spent some time with me. Bao Ling, Julie, Ida Nita, and of course my dear angel, Tatin Suliana. Okay, these mentors are really amazing. There's no other platform, that you can get all these uplines and mentors who would guide you, and they guide you with love and care, and they do it so sweetly that you will not say no to everything that they ask you to do. And the little photo of me having coffee with Ellen, okay, I really treasure that moment. Thank you so much, Ellen Tan, okay, for the session, because for the coffee session, although it was just at a small cafe in one of the shopping mall, it's not like having coffee in Rome or in Italy, in Hong Kong, or the exotic places like our COE Serene and Ellen always go, right? They always have coffee together and so on. But my session with Alan Tan at that time, it really got me thinking, and he said one thing, Rabi, you got so much to give back to your society. That touched me. Okay, so that's why I'm here. And I've got a cheeky photo of me with our system founder, Rain Ho. Okay, because, to me, life has to be exciting, life has to be fun. Okay, and this, we have had many, every year we have this Millionaires Night and so on. It's so beautiful. I mean, the environment is really amazing. And thank you once again to all our COE uplines and all our mentors for creating this environment, which nowhere else you can get. Okay, there's so many people out there who don't feel love. So bring them to our ST, where love is in the air, basically. Yeah. Okay, so many of you who dial in. Okay, why do we dial in every morning, Thursday morning at 8 o'clock for this closing masterclass? Okay, because this is what we want. Okay, we want passive and exponential income, right? 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 I want it. I'm sure all of you also want it. Yeah. So basically, you just have to start with yourself. Okay. Transform yourself well, and then share with 5 people. And then when you share with 5 people, and these 5 people then share with another five, and then you get 525, and this 25 share with another 20, another five, you get 525, 125. And just conservatively, when you have these three levels, 525, 125, and then you can earn an income of USD 23,000 a month, which is close to 100,000 ringgit a month. Okay, this kind of income. Who gets this kind of income in corporate? It's the very, very top management. Okay. And the beauty about this is to get this income. We do not have to spend, 10, 20 years, okay, to achieve this kind of income that many CEOs are getting. Okay. So here, okay, and even it can go even further, okay, to 3 million a month. Okay, if you continue the next three levels and so on. And basically, we have to work hard lah. Okay, there is no there is no free lunch basically. But the beauty of this income is not active income. We are earning passive income. Okay, it's not how much. And what is passive income? It's not how much you earn when you work hard. It is how much you earn even when you have stopped working. Okay, so many people in the corporate who's earning very, very good income. Yes, very good and well done for them. But the moment they stop working, it will be back to zero. Okay, because they are selling basically their time or their expertise. For example, there was a doctor, there was a dentist, recently. Okay, she's very good dentist, and many people go to her and all these things. But she fell ill at one time, and she was hospitalized for about 2 weeks. So in that 2 weeks, did she earn anything? No, right? Because she's only earning active income. Okay. So this is what we want to grow and to work hard to receive this passive income. Okay. How do we do it? Okay. All businesses start from sales. Okay. And sales. How many of you like sales? Okay, or how many of you are scared of sales? Many people feel sales is very scary. I don't like to do sales lah. I don't like to sell something to my friends. Okay, you've heard of that. Okay, but here we, besides the word sales, we got this beautiful red hearts. Why do we do that? Okay, why do we have this heart? Because we are not selling, but we are sharing, and we are giving this heart, okay, to our friends. Okay. So before you even go out, okay, you need to think and position yourself. Are you giving or are you taking? Okay. As human beings, we like to give, right? We feel good when we are able to give something to somebody. We feel good. We feel, really good that we are able to help that person. Even if you put like 5 ringgit or 10 ringgit in a charity box, you feel good that you have contributed, no matter how small. Okay. But here in our business here, we need to position that when we go out, we really want to give this gift, this beautiful gifts, okay, of help and opportunity to our friend. Do you want your friends and your loved ones to be healthy? Definitely. And that's why, although I rejected Datin Suliana in the beginning, okay, she persisted. After 10 months, she came back to me and she said, Raby, let's meet up. There's something that I want to share with you. Okay. And then I said, okay lah, she's my good friend. Okay lah. I go, I met her for lunch. I listened. I really listened and so on. And then I said, okay lah, I will take it. Okay. And after I've transformed, and then I scolded her. Why you never persisted? I should have done this much earlier. Ah, yeah, you are very stubborn, she said. I'm a very stubborn person. But now I think I'm a lot better lah. I listen and follow my uplines. Okay. So when we position ourselves that we want to give, giving a gift, okay, and we will feel good instead of taking. If your mind is that you want to achieve 10K, so you want to achieve your target, so you're talking about business or selling, then that's where you get uncomfortable. That's where you will not even achieve your target. Okay. So then we said, okay, go 10K. Why go 10K? Because, okay, once you're a PR, you go 10K, you will receive a 5-figure income in 3 to 6 months. Okay. And your uplines will guide you. The system will guide you for you to achieve this. Everybody can achieve this. Okay. And between just 3 to 6 months. Okay. I'm sure some of you who have dialed in to this morning, who are still working, I'm sure, many of us have earned 5-figure income in our corporate life, okay, in our corporate jobs, basically. But, okay, but how long did it take us to achieve 5-figure income? Right? 5 years, 10 years. Okay. But in this new skin business, you can achieve it within 3 to 6 months. Okay. Regardless of what your background is, whether you got a degree or no degree, your education is up to standard 6 or whatever. And no matter what background you have, okay, we have this amazing SD system that can guide us. We have got the 3 treasures, we got the tools, we got our lines that will help us to achieve this. Okay. And so to achieve this, we need to master closing. We need to build network because we do not want to be the salesperson, until 10 years from now. So you're selling, selling, selling. No, we do not want. Okay. We want to build our network, and this is a global network. So we need to master closing first. We ourselves need to master closing. And how to master closing is do 10K. Okay. And do 10K consistently, not just 1 month and after that no volume at all. Then after that struggle to get the momentum and so on. Fight 10K every month. Okay. And how to go 10K now. Okay, it's easier said than done. Okay, first is massive action. Okay, massive action. Now, you cannot expect, okay, you cannot expect if your target is to achieve 10K, okay, and you only meet 10% in that month. You think you can achieve 10K? If you can, wow, you better teach me how lah, because I want to do that also. Okay. But it's almost really it's almost impossible. Okay. Because we know in terms of the success rate. So we need to take massive action. It's a numbers game. The more people you meet on a daily basis, the higher the chance of you getting 10K. Okay. And the only way to get beyond the fear, the fear of selling is to do massive action. Okay. When you do massive action, okay, so you meet lah 5 to 7 people or 10 people a day or in a day. And let's say we just look at minimum. Let's say you meet 3 person consistently. Yeah, consistently. If you meet 3 person a day, okay, and in 1 month you multiply by 30 days, then you would have met in that month 90 people, right? 30 times 3 is 90, right? Okay, 90 people. If you have met 90 people and you have OPP'd well to these 90 people, don't you think achieving 10K is possible? It is very, very possible. Okay. And then, sometimes, in terms of, yes, we want to take massive action, but, we always come to a stage where, oh, my friends don't pick up my calls. Okay. They are now avoiding me, even me. Okay. I've got lots of friends like my golf. I mean, when I was in the association, the golfers who are members, we've got like what, 1,500 members. Okay. They're all my friends, basically. But was it easy for me? No, I have to persist. And there were times I was so, my ego hurt my ego. When people say, ah, yeah, when I call them, then they say, yeah, lah, you invite me for coffee because you want to sell me something. Before I could even say anything, don't you think it hurts my ego? Of course it did. Yeah. And, but, last time I emo a bit lah, I emo a bit and I was down and so on. But, okay, our amazing uplines, motivated and listening to all the speakers of all the speakers who really give us the positive energy and so on. And I overcome that. Okay. And there was one time I was really stuck. And then my upline said, come to my house. Let's think about what can we do? What can you do? Okay. So that we can take massive action so that you can achieve your 10K. And then we thought about it and I said, hey, I really, and then at that time, we have got some doctors, and some of the doctors are doing well. Yeah. And I said, yeah, I want more doctors in my team. Now, what should we do? And then what we did was we identified the clinics, the doctors, and the hospitals around our area, and we tried to call and make appointments. And as you know, lah, if you're not a patient, the doctor will not give you appointments. Okay, but we managed to get some appointments. So the next few days we went round. Okay, we went round to various. I mean, around my area here, we've got 4 hospitals, big hospitals. Okay, so we went around to hospitals. We also went to individual clinics. Okay, and when we were at the hospital, sometimes we did not even have any appointments, but we just go to the individual doctor's office, to the nurse and say that, we're not his patient, okay, but we want to meet the doctor because we want to share something, okay. And guess what? Okay, some of them, okay, allowed us. And then he said, what is it that you want to share? Can you give me your card? And so on. We presented it. We want to share something good with the doctor. And we managed to meet with many doctors. And of course, there are some doctors that, I got no time. This is another salesperson. It's okay. Never mind lah, to us, we want to give, we want to share, but if they do not want, it's okay. There's a lot of other people who wants or who have not been informed about ageLog and GRME and so on. Okay, so that's the massive action that we took. And Alhamdulillah, now we've got a lot of doctors in our team. Okay, so do you believe you can achieve 10K? Okay, and you see in our group, there's so many people, and when you attend our ST, our LTS, our convention and so on, 10K, 5K, and so many people on stage. So if everybody, so many people can do it, so believe that you can do it. You must believe first. Okay, when I started my junior golf program, it was the first in Malaysia, in fact the first in the world, to go to even rural schools. I didn't know whether I could do it, but I believe I can. Okay. And today we have produced many lady professional golfers from Malaysia who are now playing on the world stage. So you need to believe whatever you want to achieve, you believe, and don't worry. The solution or the plan will come. Believe in yourself. Yeah, you can achieve. Okay, so how to go 10K? A massive action, the first one. And when you go out, you need to be positive. You need to transfer your positive energy. If you go out looking down, looking so stressful that you have not achieved any volume this month, your prospect also can see you. Okay, truly. Okay, but if you're positive, no matter how much you have achieved for that month, but you're positive because why? The products are amazing. We've got 75 PhD scientists who have developed this product. It's amazing. And we've got so many people, so many testimonials. Okay, so many people that we have helped. Okay, so you need to be positive and to have this self-discipline. Okay, to have this self-discipline, meaning to say, okay, when you are employed as an employee, you need to go to work every day, right? 9 to 5 or 9 to 9 or 9 to 10. That is discipline. You need to. But when you are running your own business, can you say that, today I don't want to do lah. I want to relax lah. I want to just be in my garden lah. I enjoy gardening. You know, Yes, you can enjoy your gardening, but not the whole day. So if you want to achieve 10K, if 10K is your target, so you need to have this self-discipline. Be positive and have this self-discipline to go out and to meet your prospects. Yeah. And the mindset is very, very important. It's not the how, the mindset. Here I'm sure some of you or many of you have seen this winners and losers, what do you call it? Characters or points. Okay. You want to be winners? First, you decide. You want to be a winner or you want to be a loser? In competing or in anything in life, basically, we all want to succeed, right? So we all want to be a winner. So in to describe all this, okay, a winner's mindset. What is a winner's mindset? You've heard of the shoe salesman story, I'm sure. Okay, okay. There's this shoe company sends two salesmen to remote parts of Africa, one to the West Africa and the other one to the East Africa. Okay, and the one who went to the West replied after doing a market survey, sent a message to the office, boss, no opportunity here. Why? Because nobody wears shoes. Okay, that is the mindset of a loser. But the other person who went to the other part of Africa was so excited when he saw nobody wore shoes and sent a message to the office and said, wow, plenty of opportunity here. Nobody wears shoes. Okay. So you look at the situation, it's the same situation, but if your mindset is different, you would go all out for it. You will, although it may be difficult to kind of like educate the people to wear shoes and what's the benefit of shoes. Okay. But it is possible. And when you are able to do that, can you imagine how many pairs of shoes you can sell? So you can see the gain instead of the problems. Okay. And then you see the possibilities. You said, okay, send me, how many crates of shoes and so on, because the market is so huge. Okay, the same way here in our duplication model is our weight management program. Okay, there's so many people who are overweight and obese and so on that we can help. Okay, if you have this losers mindset, you say, yeah lah, people like to eat, they so difficult, so difficult to change them. You're seeing all the pain, you're seeing all the problems. Okay, but so this is where your mindset is very important to be successful, to go for your 10K every time. You must have this positive or winner's mindset. Okay. So improve how to go to 10K, improve closing ratio by having this helping heart. Don't think about it as you want to achieve your target, but think about it as how many people you can help. If you go 10K, you can help 10 people in a month. You can change their life. So you need to ask these three questions. why they need new skin products, what would happen to them if they took the products, and what would happen to them if they don't take the products, right? You look at them, you look at you start with, of course, your friends or your families and so on. You want to help them. Okay. Let me share you one story. Okay, you want to listen or not to my story? Okay, let me check the time also. Okay, one story. I had lunch with my old buddies last 2 weeks. Okay, and you know, they know that I'm doing new skin. Okay, because I've sent messages to them and so on. Okay, so then they said to me that, oh, my old buddies. Okay, we used to golf every weekend and so on. And one of them, the husband passed away last year due to cancer, so she was a bit down and so on. Then now she's ready to meet up with me, and she messaged me and she said, "Okay, Rabi, let's have lunch." Okay, I said, "Oh yeah, sure. I would love to meet she and her best friend." Okay, and then after that she said, "Okay, my other friend, this Datin is okay on Friday. Let's meet for lunch." I said, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, great." Wow, in my mind, initially I said, "Wow, I can OPP this 2 person, right?" Then the next message came, "Rabi, we want to have lunch. We want to laugh and talk about old days. We don't want you to talk about your supplements." They said, "Alamak," I said like that. I'm a new skinner, right? Every time I open my mouth, it's about, about supplements, about how our products are so wonderful, right? I told my daughter, these two aunties, they want me to have lunch with them, but they don't allow me to talk about supplements. And then my daughter laughed. Mama, go lah. Yes, I said, of course I'll go because I've not seen them for a long time. Okay. So I went. Okay. When we were entering, we came about the same time. When we reached in front of the restaurant, I saw both of them. Oh my God. I mean, sorry to say lah, but they look so old. They have aged so much compared to the last time I remembered them. They were high flyers in corporate, in organization. Okay. And when I saw them, my heart dropped. How can my friends have aged so much? Okay. And one even walked with a walking stick. But I've already promised them I will not talk about supplements, right? So I said, "Oh, okay. Hey, hey, hi, hi, hi. So how are you?" And so on. So, hey, why you this walking stick? Oh, my back pain lah. And so, oh, never mind, never mind. Okay. So we had lunch. Okay, when we were having lunch, and of course we chatted about old times and so on. Then they started asking, "Actually, what are you doing now?" But I promised them I'm not going to talk about supplements, right? So I said, "No lah, I'm really happy. I'm really happy compared to my previous platform. I'm really happy what I'm doing now. Okay, and I promised you I will not talk about supplements, right? I made a promise. So as friends, we have to keep to our promise. Don't talk about supplements lah. But I said, you know what I'm doing now? I'm transforming lives. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a pharmacist. I'm not in a medical thing. I don't know between vitamin C, vitamin D, and so on before and so on. But now I'm transforming lives. I have helped so many people, even the doctors, even specialists, and so on, to improve their health, their stamina, to look younger. That's or not? Then they started, wow, nice, huh? They said, what is it? And I said, I don't want to talk to you, lah. I don't want to talk about supplements because you all told me not to talk about supplements, right? But that's what I do. So what I did was I shared with them the benefits of our program. I didn't talk about products, but I showed them the benefits. And especially with my friend who came with a walking stick. Okay. I really want to help her. Okay. Then I said, yeah, I've helped so many people, with knee problems, with back pain, with losing weight, and then gaining stamina, and even like some people, there were this couple who were trying to conceive, and for 12 years they couldn't. But after that, I gave them all the outcome, and they were interested and listening tentatively. Although I did not talk about supplement. Okay, then after that we had finished our lunch. Okay, bye bye, see you again. Whatever lah. Okay, then I drove home. The moment I reached home, one of them, the one with walking stick, called me. She said, Rabi, help me lah, you know. So I said, of course I want to help you. If you did not call me, so I'm going to call you. I'm not calling you to sell you any supplements, but I want to meet up with you again so that let me measure you. I cannot recommend what program or what supplements if I've not measured you. So give me some time. Trust me lah. We have been friends. Would I sell you anything that is, lousy or dangerous? That's not safe, because I took it. My family, my daughter took it. My friends and so on. So the next day I met her and I sold her the TRME program because I really want her to help her, because I told her, look, trust me. Okay, trust me, I will help you. I remember, and then when I went to her house, she had a lovely picture, portrait of herself in the suit, during the corporate days, lah, with the suit, very smart, very young looking, energetic looking. Okay, and then I said, I said, Rosni, this is how I remembered you as. Okay, and then now you're walking with a walking stick and so on. How to go around, because she said, you see the wheelchair at the bottom of the stairs. When I go out now, okay, to shopping malls, my children will push me in the walking chair. Then she said, I'm old already lah. Hey, hello, you're only 70 plus lah, not old lah. I've got a client who's 80 plus and she's still walking and happily enjoying herself and so on. So and then I told her, trust me, you take this product, I will make you happy, I will make you healthier and so on. Then she said, really, really, I trust you, if it doesn't happen, if I don't get healthy, I check it, you know what, strangle you. Then I said, yeah lah, check it me, I'm very confident I can help you, but you must be committed to follow the program. You listen to me, everything I say. I ask you to eat this, you eat this. I ask you to eat this at this time, you eat. You just follow. Okay, so okay, this is where we go with a helping heart. You do not need to talk about product. You do not need to think about how much volume you want to make that month and so on. Okay. So this is also in terms of improving your closing ratio, because initially, when in the initial part, normally, okay, our closing ratio is when you meet 10 people, you probably will be able to close two or three, to help two or three people. But as you move on, okay, as you have practiced more and more, you will have more confidence. So you just have to, the final thing is to say, trust me. And I could even use this word, trust me, to even, total strangers that I met on Facebook, actually. Okay. I've got, the last couple of months, I've had very interesting people that I've met. I follow some people on Facebook, and I kind of like target, these are the people that I want to help, and I want also to duplicate. I want them in my team because they are very exceptional people. Okay. So I followed them, and then after that, after saying hi on the messenger and so on, then exchange phone number, then we chatted and so on. Finally met them. Okay, there's one couple. Okay, I met after a few postponement, so we met for breakfast. Okay, and he thought I wanted to meet him because he's a trainer. He's a corporate trainer. So because he checked my profile also, and I put them, I was a corporate trainer before and so on. So he thought I wanted to collaborate, to do training and so on and so forth. So we had breakfast and his wife came along. We just chatted casually and so on. So I said that no, actually, and then he wanted to know whether I still have got all the training order. I said, no, I've left that so many years ago. Now I'm doing something more interesting. I'm helping people. Okay. And then, we were having breakfast, and then I took out the brochure and so on. He said, hey, I've taken this lah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This age lock, I've taken this. Alamak, my heart sank. He's taken the product, right? So how to get him to start on the program? But I just continue. I said, when did I asked more questions. Okay, I asked more questions. Oh, he took it about what, 6-7 years ago. And then I said about, because the current product, okay, this TRME is an upgraded version, whatever. And then he said, yeah, age lock products are very good. And then, he said the magic word. Wow, he said, yeah, I know my health is deteriorating and my work, I'm aging and my work is like, I got so much work, so I need the energy and so on. Okay, I want. Okay, so close one set. Okay, then I talked to him about also about anti-aging supplements, and I said this can also help. And then I measured both him and his wife on the scanner. Okay, and their antioxidant level was so low. Okay, so I said that best that you and your wife also take this additional supplement or whatever. Okay, then he said okay lah, I take the TRME and I take the Ultimate Tool. That's over breakfast, I closed 2 sets. Okay. Then I said, why don't your wife also start on this program? Okay, start on this program. Better lah for couples to start so that you makan, you eat your breakfast, lunch together, prepare the same meals and so on. Then he said, Ayo, so much already lah. I'm spending, I didn't expect this breakfast, I would come up with 10 over thousand ringgit, Then I said, oh, okay, never mind. I did not want to push it lah, So because I want him to be very comfortable and we're not there to sell. Okay. We're there to help. So I said, okay, never mind. Maybe you take it first and then you see how it is and so on. And your wife can take later and so on. But we have, so I explained, I shared how many couples that I've helped where they take the program together. It was much better and so on. So as we were walking to the car, I said, yeah, do consider, but never mind, don't worry. Okay, because he was quite urgent for him to get the products. So I had to rush to New Skin office before it closed to get the products to deliver to them the next morning. Okay, so that was what I had in mind lah. Okay, so I got into my car and so on. Before I could drive, just 5 minutes, he texted me, "Hey, Raby, get one more product lah. I think my wife also start together." Okay, so even before I reached New Skin office, I got the message. So I picked up three sets. So I closed 3K basically. And then that's not the end of it. Okay. And then after that, the next day I delivered the product. I did unboxing at his house. He had to rush and I was explaining to the wife and so on. Then his mother came down. Okay, his mother came down, auntie. So this auntie, very nice lady, chatted with me as if I've known her for many years. Very very lovely lady lah. And then she told me, she's quite sad because her husband passed away during COVID. She did not see and so on. So anyway, I comforted her and so on. But anyway, I said those are things in the past. Now we just want to be healthy. Make sure you take care of yourself. So she told me that she's taking this supplement, and I said, come, let me scan you. Okay, so I scanned her and her antioxidant level was just below average. Okay, but I said that, you can feel better if you take this. And then she said, yeah lah, I want. So I closed one more set. Okay, I closed the ultimate tools to the winter. Okay, then the kids came down. I said, come, kids, let me measure you. Scan them, their antioxidant level all in the red zone. Okay, then I told the lady, I said, hey, your kids, maybe you can give, I'm not asking you to give them the TRME or the ultimate tool and so on, right? But you can give them life pack, you can give them G3 and so on. Then she said, okay, you message to my husband because he controls the spending and so on. Okay, so okay, never mind. Okay, so I packed my bags and so on. So I messaged her husband the pictures of the children, and then the husband said, how much is it? The G3 and so on. So exchange, close G3 for the kids. And now all of them now are loving the products, are feeling the difference. Okay, just that, they were total strangers, but because I shared with them and I delivered confidence, basically. I think I delivered confidence. Like, if not, I couldn't have closed, 4.5 set, basically. Yeah. So it was really lovely, in one day that I managed to achieve that to total strangers. I am so happy for them. And they are very good clients. They are reporting to me what they eat, how they're feeling. And they even bought the Omron machine themselves. They said, I don't want to trouble you, to come to us. Never mind, let us measure. But, after 1 month or 2 months, I want you to come back and so on. But we are keeping in close contact and they measure and I will always push them. Hey, where's your measurement? I'm not seen. And they have improved so much, yeah. Okay. So we need to deliver confidence, yeah, and do not compromise. The next thing is to improve your closing ratio is you do not compromise easily. Okay, we have various situations. In fact, putting, so what do you call it? Putting people first, okay, before yourself. Okay, so I drove up, like Walter mentioned that day, just now. Okay, I drove up right to the north of Malaysia, okay, to meet up with friends and so on. And she introduced me to this couple, okay, who is 74 years old. The husband is 75, she's 70. Initially, the husband did not even want to meet us, okay, did not even want to meet us because he said that I don't believe in all these supplements. So he was in the room, he was just sitting in the room. But the wife was there listening to us, and this, I call her kakak lah, this kakak listening to us, then she said, I've tried so many things and I'm still on a lot of medication, and my friend introduced this, I spent 7,000-8,000 on this product, product, and then nothing. And in fact, the product is so lousy, I couldn't even eat it. And, it made me feel so uncomfortable and so on and so forth, giving all sorts of reasons. And I said, you know, trust me, you are in this situation where she's taking medication for her heart, for her diabetes, for her high blood pressure, for her knee pains, and so on. So I said that, with all this medication, that, too much medication may hurt your kidney later on and so on. And, our supplements are basically natural. It is safe. I showed all the evidence. Okay. I showed all the doctors who are in our team who have taken it and who have also introduced. And I said that really, you know, we will help you, inshallah. Okay, we are not help. We will make you healthier. Okay, and we're not saying that you should stop all your medication. Okay, but we will. Our program will make you healthier, lose weight, lose your visceral fat, your body fat, and so on, and improve your organs and so blah 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 and so on. And then when you go to do your checkup next time, inshallah, your doctor will reduce your medication or even stop. Like, for example, for me, so we always share our own testimonial because I said I was a diabetic patient. Okay, now I'm not on any diabetic. I'm not on any medication. Okay. And my friend who was on 34, she's younger than me. She was on 34 units of insulin. Okay. And when she did the 90 days program, from 34 units, it's reduced to 15 units. Okay, so by giving all these examples of people who are in a similar situation, okay, we show her that we can really help her. This is not a business that we want to travel all the way to earn their money. Okay, no. And then she said, I'm retired. Okay, I don't have much money. Okay, but I got some savings lah in my tabung haji. Tabung haji is the pilgrim fund in Malaysia, okay, where we keep our money for us to go for Hajj, okay. But she has done her Hajj. Okay, I said, Kak Rose, it's very important for us to do once, okay, the Hajj. You have to save a lot of money, quite expensive these days, yeah, to go for the Hajj. Anyway, she has done the Hajj, and then she said, never mind lah, that saving, never mind, okay. And when I persisted and so on, she said, you give me one day, because I don't know how to transfer money, but I will take out my money from my Tabung Haji fund, okay, and transfer to you. Okay. And then when she got the product, when the product arrived, her husband opened up the product and the husband saw how good the quality products, and he read the ingredients and this and that. And I did not even meet the husband. Seriously, I did not even meet the husband. The husband texted to my friend and said, please order one more set for me. Okay. So this is where, when you persist, you do not compromise. Okay, then the husband, he's got his own money lah, so he transferred cash to me also, and we got the product, and both of them are on the program. And recently, because they are from up north, it's about 4.5 hours from me to reach them. Okay, I do meet them. Initially I met them every month. Okay, and last month they came down to KL. Okay, I met them quite late. And then they were so happy. I mean, these are total strangers. And when this Kak Rose, okay, saw me, she hugged me and she said, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really feel so much better and so much energetic. And in fact, when I called my friend on the phone, my friend could hear my voice. And just from my voice, my friend said, hey, you sound a lot better compared to a few months ago. So this is where we really need to persist, to help people. We are putting them first, okay? And you do not compromise, yeah? So, okay, so what do we need to do? Okay, we said about 10K. So some of you may not be BR yet. So master this proven success roadmap. ST has what? Prepared for us this wonderful roadmap. Just follow, okay? Get to BR. For those of you who are not BR yet, get to BR. Today is the 14th of August. You can still become BR by tomorrow, by today. Close, help two people. Okay, help two people, get your 2K under you, and then tomorrow you become BR. And from tomorrow onward, work with your upline and set a target. You want to achieve 10K. You want to achieve 10K or not? If you achieve 10K, the commission that you get is 13,000 ringgit. Nice. What would you do with the extra 13,000 ringgit that suddenly appears in your account after you have helped 10 people? Wonderful, right? So go for 10K and get your upline, get, to help. And I'm sure all your uplines are wonderful people that they're more than willing to help. Okay. Then get into the EBP. The EBP is a leadership training that your upline can explain. Okay, so what do you do? One more time, okay? One more time again. One more phone call, one more message. Influence one more time. Trust me one more time. Okay, the word trust me is really, really very powerful. Okay, you look at this picture, it is self-explanatory. Look at the guy who's trying and trying and trying, whereas the picture at the bottom, this guy, he almost already reached maybe his 10K or whatever, okay, to help people and so on. But he gave up. And you see that he has given up, the diamonds that is on the other side. Okay. So don't give up. No matter how hard, no matter how difficult, be confident, go for massive action, and so on. So find one person that you can help every single day. And the magic happens. Okay. This is by Blake Rooney. This is really wonderful because you remember you are not taking from them. You are giving a gift. You're helping one person. Just imagine if Dr. Juliana did not persist that I took the product, I will still be the Humpty Dumpty, the fat round person, with knee pains, with diabetes, and so on. Okay. But she persisted because she wants to help me. She loved me so much. Okay. Okay. So you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. Okay, so some people say, Raby, you pandai lah, you very clever to talk, you were a teacher, you were a management consultant, and so on. Hey, if I'm so pandai, if we look at our COEs, many of our COEs and our leaders who are successful now, when they did a sharing, I don't believe that they say that they are actually introverts. Okay, they did not like to speak to people. They do not like to meet people, but they are hitting 10Ks every month, and they've got a big organization that they have managed to duplicate and so on. So how can an introvert person do this business? Because the system that has trained us and the mindset that if you want to succeed, okay, you do whatever it takes to achieve your goal. I love the sharing by Andy recently, our COE Andy, okay, he shared with us when he started, okay, as a guy, he had to sell skincare, okay, but he doesn't care whatever he has to sell, but his goal is to be successful. So the line that I really remembered is that do whatever it takes to achieve your goal, right? So you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. Okay. And practice, practice, practice. And inshallah, we can all succeed here together. Okay. So success together, together we succeed. This is my last slide. Thank you very much for listening to me. I hope I have managed lah to share some of my stories to inspire you. And I really, really thank all of you and all the best to everyone. Okay. I'm signing off now. Okay, Rabi Abbas here, signing off from Petaling Jaya. Thank you very much, everybody. Have a good day and bless you.